questions, comment. This has become a big family that keeps coming back every single Thursday for our family virtual time. And we so appreciate you guys, the time that you dedicate to being here and continuing to invite others to join. Tonight, as you know, each of these weeks have been, tonight's again another special night. And tonight we have a special message to reach out to people who might be in some needs right now. And you know, the whole reason why our company was formed was to help people with their needs. And so it really brings us back to that opportunity of what Isagenix and our company is. And so it really warms my heart to be able to open up this call, talk to people, especially if you are in the service industry or if you're in a situation right now where a friend invited you to come to this call for a reason. We really are thankful that you're spending your time with us. We're going to be about just right at 45 minutes. And again, if you have any questions, we'd love for you to share them. Please always get back with the person who invited you to this call. But know that this is a community and it's an entire company community, which is one reason why so many people come here and come each week because of the culture. And we wanted to share that with you. And we want to thank you and bless you for being here with us for that. So it is almost 5:30. If you want to take just like one more minute, shout out your name, where you're calling in from. You can unmute and then we'll mute your line when you're finished. And let's bring everybody in, bring us together as a family right now. I know that the stay-at-home orders are still continuing, so welcome to our Thursday night virtual events. We do these every Thursday. Every Thursday we have a different topic, different presenters, and this week is all dedicated in particular to the people in the service industry and those who may not be receiving an income right now, or maybe their income has changed and they want to learn or just hear a little bit more about what we have to offer. We're going to share a couple different stories. That's our format. We share, we present through stories. And so just before we begin, I'm going to bring this up and tell you a little bit about next week, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Stephanie Beebe. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and I want to thank you guys all for being here, being a part of our Thursday night calls. If you're just joining us for the first time, we do this every Thursday. And next Thursday, it's going to be about mindset and manifestation. We have a special speaker coming on. She's a Tony Robbins master trainer, and she's going to be sharing some skills with us on how to really put ourselves in the right mindset every day, but how to attract different things into our lives. So we hope you can join. As always, please feel free to invite other people. These calls were put together because we felt a need when everything started to shut down and the stay-at-home orders started to come into play. We knew that people would have a need for different things. So we have all of our recordings from the previous weeks. If you want to check them out, we have a public page. It's called One Time Story Time. All of our previous weeks are there. There's going to be different pieces of information, hearing from doctors and nurses how they stay healthy, hearing from mental health counselors on things that we can do to keep healthy and keep our minds in the right place, keeping our families healthy and sane, and so on. It all revolves around health, mindset, and solutions for our health and our incomes. And so with tonight, we want to go ahead and get you guys started and hear from a fabulous presenter and a dear friend of mine who has really like become a huge part of our lives. And I'm so excited to have her share, Bethany Krause.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Do you want to just go back to the two previous slides so I can just cover those really quick? I would love to just start with our mission statement. Isagenix's mission statement is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process, create the most trusted and respected health and wellness company in the world. And the stories that you're going to hear tonight, I do have to give a disclaimer. There's going to be lots of stories, lots of sharing. And with that being said, I want you to know that every person on this line has worked hard. And we are in an industry, a profession that's called network marketing. We are working, and this is not a play. Steph, if you could just take it to the disclaimer screen, thank you so much. So all of the compensation stories that you're going to hear, it's really going to depend on so many different factors, including that individual and what they do. Okay, so just keep that in mind as you're hearing this. But really, I always say the sky is the limit. You can, work hard and make your dreams come true as well. So thank you so much for that. I just want to make sure I got that covered and out of the way. My name is Bethany, and I'm so honored and happy to be here with all of you tonight. My heart just absolutely goes out to everyone in the service industry because I have been there. I started in the service industry at just 13 years old. So can I ask by just a show of hands, or you can actually just put in the chat, how many of you are in the service industry yourself? Some sort of service, and I'm talking gym owners, personal trainers, spa owners, hairstylists, technicians, massage therapists, you name it, any sort of restaurant servers, bartenders, restaurant owners, any sort of service industry profession. How many of you are in that yourself, or you know somebody who has been affected since all of this started happening a few weeks ago, a month ago now, and your heart really goes out to them, or you yourself have been struggling because of this? Thank you. I see lots of comments on the screen there. So what we're here tonight to do is just to share with you a little bit about our stories and where we got started and how we got started. So I started in the restaurant industry when I was 13 years old, working at a Bonanza. And I started as like a cold prep and a food runner. And I kind of stayed in the restaurant industry and the service hospitality industry until I was in my 20s. And actually my later 20s, about 25, 26 years old, mid-20s. And during that time, I kind of realized, thanks Steph for sharing all those family photos. During that time, I kind of realized that I didn't want to necessarily stay in the service industry because I wasn't sure how long I was going to be able to handle it. And when I say handle it, I mean, be on my feet for those long hours. I had carpal tunnel in both of my wrists. I've had elbow surgeries from being a server. So it really does take a toll on your body. And I know there's a lot of you right here on this line right now with us that you can relate. I know Debbie's a massage therapist. Julie's an esthetician, right? I know that you can relate that it takes a lot out of your body to be in the service industry. And so I went on to starting my own businesses, believing that that would kind of be the better way, right? The better way, because I could be my own boss and not trade my time for money. And what I found was that more than ever, I was trading my time for money, because if I wasn't at my business, it was not running solely without me. I had employees that just could not be trusted, unfortunately. My businesses were in Breckenridge, Colorado. And during that time of owning my businesses and kind of making the transition out of the service industry, if it were to snow, let's just say, for example, if it were to snow, how many of you know a snow bum who, every time it snows, they would call into work? That's exactly what was happening in Breckenridge. And unfortunately, it made it really tough to run businesses. I'm just trying to think back to what exactly I want to kind of share with all of you tonight. Sorry, with everything going on, it's just my mind's a little boggled, to say the least. How many of you right now, if you could just show a hand up, know somebody, because I wasn't really able to see the chat, it was just kind of popping up. How many of you know somebody that has been struggling and might possibly not be able to make their mortgage this month? I see lots of hands and head freezes. So what we're here tonight to show you is that there is a blueprint to a better way, a blueprint that might even just be right now temporarily. And then when you go back to your position or you go back to your job, it might be something that you can still do in the pockets of your life. So for me personally, I was a builder. I had a general contracting business. I had a dog daycare and boarding facility, as well as a coffee shop. I had two little kids who were 3 and 5 at the time when I was introduced to this amazing nutrition called Isagenix. And all I switched out was I started having 2 superfood smoothies a day. I replaced my egg white veggie omelet for breakfast, and I replaced my grilled chicken salad for lunch. And for me, it was like a light bulb came on. I felt so good that I just started sharing it with people naturally. And honestly, people just started asking me what I was doing. And that's when I kind of started taking a look at the business side of things. Because even though I went from the service industry where money was great and it was fast money, and I actually built my very first house from being a waitress at the Ritz-Carlton. I worked my butt off, but I saved enough money that I built our very first home when I was 26 years old from the money I earned in the service industry. But then going back to Isagenix and just feeling so great, I saw that I could actually help other people feel great as well. And not only help other people, but help my family, because my family was, my daughter, who was 5 years old at the time, she was nutritionally depleted, nutritionally bankrupt. She was a vegetarian. I couldn't get her to eat any protein. And Isagenix really helped her just by having one superfood smoothie a day. She loved it. She, got into the habit of making them herself. And it was just so exciting to see that I could put this nutrition into my entire family and help friends all around the world from the comfort of my home and bring in an income for my family as well. So we went on to sell our businesses in Breckenridge, started living 6 months in Kauai, 6 months in Breckenridge, the warm 6 months in Breckenridge, before we decided to move to Arizona and live here full time. And it has been just the absolute biggest blessing of my life. I'm sharing something with you that I'm not sharing to impress you, but to just impress upon you that if I can do this, it's possible for anyone. I am about $50,000 away from earning my first $1 million with Isagenix. I know Stephanie has already earned over $1 million, and there's several other people, Robert and Joy, there's several other people on this line that have earned over $1 million with Isagenix. And I know there's a lot of other people on here that are close to that as well. But I share that with you just because I feel like it's crazy to me. It's crazy that I get paid to help other people, which, being in the service industry, those that are in the service industry, obviously you love people and you love to serve people, and that's why you're in the industry. So this just might be another option for you. So I hope that tonight, by listening to these stories, you're offered some hope, and you just take a look and see what we have. So next I want to introduce Heidi, and Heidi's going to share her story with you. Heidi, where are you at? There you are. I've got to put mine on speaker view.
There. Thank you so much, Bethany. Thank you for sharing. I super appreciate it. See me okay? Can you hear me okay? You can hear me okay? Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to set my little timer to keep I want to really keep the integrity of the time for all of you guys. My name is Heidi Fannin. 26 years ago, my brother Tommy said to me, "Hey, I think you should become a massage therapist." And I'm like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, go to the school that I went to. Check it out." And at that time, there were no rules for massage therapy. There was no laws. There was just nothing like that. So unfortunately, he passed away. An accident happened and he passed away. And what happened for me is that through my healing process, I decided to go to the same school that he did in Northern California, a little hippie town, Harbin Hot Springs. So it was really, I went to the same class, which was only a 10-hour class. And then, I mean, not 10 hours, 10-day class. And then with his same teacher, I came back home, opened up my practice, but I learned that I was in a situation where I knew there was limits to what I could do, because I started getting so busy, and I worked on professional athletes, and I would just work all the time. And I got shooting pains down my arms. Like, I thought 7 years in, I couldn't even do it anymore. I just had shooting pains coming down my arms, and it was so painful. And that just, it was a good lesson to me, knowing that I have my limitations. I need to not do as much, and that my income there's definitely limitations to my income. So 5 years ago, my friend Randy Venny introduced me to Isagenix, and I was in a place in my life where I was so, I was really stuck. And I had broken my neck in Hawaii previously, and I broke my neck and I gained weight after that, and it's weight it just stuck with me. So I'm like, I'm gonna check this out. And I was a little snobbish about it, and I thought for sure I'd find something I didn't like about it. And the more research I did, the more in alignment is that whole company and the people of the company, the community of the company, I just felt it was in alignment with who I am. So I thought, well, I'm going to give it a try. I mean, what do I got to lose? It's 30-day money back guarantee. I started it. I gained energy right away. I lost 18 pounds. It felt amazing. And I just started sharing. And I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just sharing it because I loved it. It was a side hustle. It became a side hustle for me. But that side hustle, now I've been able to help so many people with that side hustle now. And now I look at this time right now, I can't even tell you, with this quarantine, if I didn't say yes 5 years ago, and if I didn't follow what was in alignment with me, like if I didn't say yes, I wouldn't be able to pay for my house right now. I wouldn't be able to pay for my house, because it started with paying for my products. Then it was paying for some food. Then it was paying for my car. Now it's paying for my house and my bills. Never in a million years would I have thought. But even better is that I was able to help people. I'm able to help people. The transformations have been amazing. But another great thing is with this time, you can get into a depression or a rut. I look forward to my 10 o'clock calls with the team. They're amazing leaders. They want to help you succeed. They're like, the community is just, there's like no limitations there. And so like, I feel like it's going so great now. And it's created this time for me I look forward to every day. I look forward to every day. I do. And I'm so grateful. I'm going to check my time. Oh, 54 seconds. I did really good. I'm proud of myself. So the integrity of the company is just, it's like, the more you learn, the more you research, the more you realize how like great it is. So yeah, I thank you for listening to me. And I want to introduce Stephanie Beebe. She's going to talk next, talk a little bit about the compensation plan. And then, yeah, so go ahead, Stephanie. Thank you.
Are you there, Stephanie?
Can't hear you, Stephanie.
That always happens to me. I just jump right in. My name is Stephanie Beebe, and I wanted to share a little bit about the company with you. We have another extremely powerful couple coming on after I finish, so don't jump off just yet. But they've been in the service industry for over 23 years. They actually met, fell in love, and got married while they were in the industry. So their story is so incredible. But guys, what I wanted to share with you is a little bit about Isagenix. And many of you were invited to come here tonight, and there was a reason for that. Your friend reached out to you because they care about you, and everybody's in a different situation. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this company and why so many of us are here. So I'm going to show you a couple of different slides and just share a little bit about what has happened. Isagenix was put together 18 years ago because a master formulator who actually formulated over 2,300 products, and he sold them to GNC and High Health and several different places. He got sick, and he wasn't able to use many of the products that he had built because they changed the formulations. So he went in search of the world for different ingredients for himself. And what he found by searching the mountains and different places all over the world, where he found ingredients that made a difference for him. And he knew that he needed to get this out to the world. He was retired. He wasn't in a place where he wanted or needed to work, but these ingredients changed everything about his life. So he contacted some acquaintances, Jim and Kathy Cooper. They were in the same situation as well. They were retired, they were enjoying life. He actually had to beg them to come to a meeting with him. He gave them a Harley. It was so important that he let them choose any motorcycle that they wanted. for them to just meet with him because he knew this was so important. And the reason I wanted to share that with you is because Isagenix was not built by people who wanted to make money themselves. It was built because they found something that needed to change people's lives. And as Bethany read earlier in our mission statement, our mission has always been 18 years ago and still today. Our mission is to help people be the healthiest and the wealthiest people on the planet. So it all starts with our health, right? We want to help people. Our owners and the scientists came from a background of serving people. You attract the like. So the people that have come to us, and many of you on this call right now are here and have been here because you love to assist and serve and help people. It's not a money-driven company, but guys, there's money here. And that's what we want to share with everyone. I myself was a chosen stay-at-home mom for the first time when I first began as a customer, and my husband was unemployed at that moment. That was not chosen. So our backs were not up against the wall at that moment, but however, there was a little bit of a need. I'm going to share my story next week, so please jump on next week again. But many of the people who are really our top earners right now, their backs were against the wall. And when they came here, there were a lot of people who came here because they were in debt, or they lost their jobs, or they didn't have any income coming in, or their businesses failed, or something happened, but they saw an opportunity. Somebody invited them, and they saw an opportunity that could possibly change their lives. So they said yes. And for some of them, it was a why not? What do I have to lose? Why not? But they dove in. And as soon as they started using these foods that are delivered directly to our door, and that's a #1 priority with the company, our foods are safely delivered to people's doors, and they're coming within 1 to 3 days. We do not have to worry about our inventory. But they saw that and they felt what happened to their bodies, and they knew that they needed to continue to share it with other people, and they went to work. And as Bethany talked about, it is a work environment, but people in the service industry, you guys are used to working. You guys are used to making that paycheck, and for some people it's a daily paycheck. So I have great news, we get paid daily. We can be paid daily. But that's what's happening with this, is that we have an opportunity to give people health as well as wealth. So people in the service industry, you guys are used to, that's exactly what, and we provide a service by offering this income opportunity. And when we do that, we get paid. So let me show you some of these slides. There's 5 ways to make money. We're not going to go over all of this in detail. Please just get back to the person who invited you here tonight. They're going to go over all of this with you in detail. But the great thing is that you work independently, but as a team, and you have this entire company. There's over 800,000 people in this company, but you'll work with so many different people who will help train you and provide you these systems and opportunities for you to do whatever you need to do. So if you're looking for a way to just receive enough money to pay for your food and receive free food, or maybe you need to pay for your car payment, or your rent is coming up and you're not quite sure how that's going to happen, we have systems in place to really truly help with that. So this is an example of what happens. Can you guys see that? Did I share it? Am I sharing right now?
I do not see it right now.
Okay, I had a feeling I wasn't. Share screen. All right, sorry about that, guys. So we have 5 different ways. These are some of the ways that happens. But what we do, again, is we provide that service to people. And so when we talk to people and we share our foods, these are foods that are being shipped directly to them. And guys, I just had the most awful experience with Safeway today. And I told them, I just want to get my food. And they're like, we can't help you. Are you kidding me? You're a grocery delivery system. And I was dumbfounded. But that's what we do. We deliver food directly to people's doors. And we get paid as distributors. We receive a payment for that. Our payments range for packs. They're 30-day systems of food, and they range anywhere from $25 to $150 per pack. But The company is extremely generous. Again, the goal was to help people be the healthiest people and the wealthiest people on the planet. So the owners have decided to double our payments, our bonuses, when we sell to 2 or more people in a week. So they double that. So this is an example of how this would work. So now if you share with 2 or more people in a week, you can make anywhere from $50 to over $300. And that's just one of the ways that we get paid. When you share some of our larger packs, which they're not large packs, they're 30-day systems, but when you share that with other people, and these are the packs that most people want because they provide everything. They're providing the different nutrients that people are looking for, especially vitamins right now. You will receive a paycheck the next business day. We get paid daily, weekly, and monthly. And from the beginning, Isagenix has always been about paying people. From day one, 18 years ago, they made a decision. We are going to pay people. We are never going to have people question if they're going to receive a payment. And for 18 years, people have received that paycheck every single year. I have been here myself for almost 7.5 years. And I have received a paycheck every single Monday, if not all the other daily ways as well. This is an example of some of the bonuses that you can begin to earn when you first get started. These are not all of the ways that we receive payment, but I wanted to show you some of the different steps that we have to helping people so that you can receive that income. So from day one and today, some of the most important things about Isagenix are providing a culture and a community of people. And you can see that in the comments. You can see from so many people how much they love being here. They love the community. They love the culture. It is a family environment. The health. Many of us came here just to change our health and the way that we feel every single day. Our customers continue to purchase every single week or month, whatever their schedule is. I myself purchase every single week. I have a family of 5, and I receive a paycheck every time. Every time somebody purchases, we receive a paycheck for that. So it's retention. It's a life savings account that will go on forever. I have never made the money that I'm making right now. It's been amazing. I've been in this industry for 27 years. I am unemployable. I do not know how to be an employee. I am independent by all means. And this income has provided our family a way to pay for our mortgages, a way to take care of the car payments, for travel, for putting food on our table. And guys, my family eats a lot. I have 4 boys. And we never ever have to worry about having enough of Isagenix or having it paid for. The company pays me to make sure that we have food on our table every single day, and everybody in this family loves it. So again, and receiving that income has been so important. The most important things that have happened since everything has gone down and the stay-at-home orders has happened is our president and our owners have talked to us almost every single day. The president talks every day of you will get paid. Never, ever worry about receiving a paycheck. Food will be delivered to your customers, and it will be delivered safely. Our inventory has never been this high. We are so prepared, and we have been. We have been taking care of people. Many people are coming to us more than they ever have before because of this environment and this situation. The foods are being delivered. Their health is being taken care of. People are earning income. Many of us are earning more of an income now than we have in a long time. This is a time where if you really truly are looking for an income, please, please, please take a look at what we have to offer. This is incredible. It's real. It has changed an incredible amount of people's lives. And we don't know what we would do without Isagenix, really, truly. All of us would say the exact same thing. So with that, I want to thank you guys for being with us tonight. And I'm going to introduce our next presenters. They met in the service industry. They fell in love while they were in the service industry and got married during that time. They have taken their service industry into an entire relationship and turned it into one that they can develop at home. So Michael and Nicole Hammondtree, can you please tell us your story?
Okay, really quickly, thank you so much, Stephanie. Apparently we skipped somebody, and I don't want anyone to get missed in this presentation. So Bethany, I think you're going to do a quick
Yep,
introduction.
just a real quick one. Yeah, you got it. Thank you. Stephanie, you said that so beautifully. Thank you so much for just sharing about the conversation. That was incredible. And also, I too love to watch Travis Ogden on a daily basis. Come to us and let us know our products are going to be delivered and we are going to get paid. So thank you, Travis Ogden, for that. He's our incredible CEO of Isagenix. So you guys, as Stephanie is talking about different situations in different families, it just really made me think even more about a beautiful being. Julie Bloom, where are you? Please just wave your hands. Okay, so let me just share a little bit about Julie so you guys know. Julie's an esthetician, and her husband is currently, he's in the healthcare industry, and he's currently locked in their master bedroom with COVID, and they have a 2-year-old and 4-year-old, and Julie is left to be mama of one or mama all alone. And she partnered with me just a few weeks ago, got the entire on the superfood nutrition for a few different reasons. First of all, she's so busy now that she's at home with both the kids all the time on her own while her hubby's locked in his bedroom and he can't help and be part of the family, that Julie started ordering Isagenix on a regular basis. And she's already gotten a couple of orders over the past couple of weeks because she's using it, her hubby's using it, her kids are using it. But the most beautiful part about it is she's begun sharing this with other people. And by the time her first month is up with partnering with Isagenix and this company, she's going to earn herself close to $1,000 to help her family. So Julie, will you just share how that makes you feel and how you feel just about being here in general and the products as well?
I'm super excited because we're new to Arizona. We lived in California, and I would drive by the Isagenix headquarters, and there was just like this something inside of me that was like, I want to work there. What is that? I want to know what that is before I had even met Bethany. And Bethany and I met at a Kundalini yoga retreat class, and it just dawned on me yesterday that, so we get these little 3x5 cards and you're supposed to put your manifestations in there. And my manifestation has been health, full family health. And it totally dawned on me that my dream is coming true. We are getting this superfood nutrition. We're getting the health that I've been dreaming of and wanting for my whole family. And unfortunately, it took the virus to kind of push me into, ordering and saying, hey, I need something that can get to my doorstep and I can do this. And then Bethany said, well, do you want to eat for free? And I said, heck yeah, why wouldn't I want to do that? So she helped me with a post, and people that I had worked with 10 years ago on a cruise ship have been messaging me, and people from all different parts of my life that follow me on social media are reaching out to me saying, hey, what are you doing? Hey, tell me a little bit more about this. And then just in the last 2 weeks, since I've been doing 2 shakes, 2 smoothies in the morning and afternoon, since my husband's been in quarantine, I've already lost 2.5 inches on my belly just in those 2 weeks. And so it's exciting. I'm losing my mommy weight. I'm helping people. It feels so good to help people that have been struggling with their weight. And then I'm making money. I mean, it's almost like it's a dream come true because it's almost like pinch me. It's almost too good to be true. I mean, it feels like a dream. Like it doesn't feel real, but it's happening and I'm in it and it's super exciting.
Thank you so much, Julie. Thanks for sharing. Okay, the beautiful Hammond trees, take us away.
Awesome. Thank you so much. First of all, I want to just kind of have everyone like stretch a little bit, get your energy out. We've been sitting for a few minutes. I want to express how much gratitude I have for every single person that has shared their story tonight. It is so powerful to hear from different people and feel the energy that we have in this community. We are so blessed to be part of something so much bigger than ourselves. So this is my beautiful family in Maui. It's a trip we earned with Isagenix. Y'all, I have to tell you that this has been an incredibly life-changing experience. My husband is sitting next to me. He was actually my boss in the service industry. So we have both been part of this. I mean, I put myself through college. So Stephanie said 23 years. It's actually been a lot more than that. That was very generous. in small numbers, because it's been a lot longer than that. And we've both done a lot of things. Michael's literally done almost everything you can think of in the service industry, from being a busser to all the way to being a GM of a restaurant. So he knows this industry in and out. I've been in both the restaurant and hospitality, and I will tell you that we know what this company can do for those of you who may be missing your income currently because you are out of work because of the stay-at-home orders that we have been given. So I know that those are different all over the nation right now. Different people have different time lengths, but I can tell you this is a business that you can build right next to what you're currently or what you will be going back to. So just to give you a little bit of our story is that I was a rundown, tired mama that was running 2 businesses on her own. Michael was working. We had 3 kids running around crazy in sports and just no energy, no time. I was overweight and exhausted. A girlfriend of mine told me about Isagenix and I was like, nope, not interested. Super skeptical about the entire situation. 15 months later, 15 months that I watched her, I finally jumped in. Y'all, I lost 55 pounds and 65 inches. I got myself back. But more importantly is I learned about this incredible opportunity. And sadly, I said no for a really long time to that too. I guess I'm just really hard-headed. So skeptical of this entire network marketing thing. I was like, no. Y'all, since getting started and really jumping in and helping people because people were asking me what I was doing, I have made close to $700,000, $600,000. We don't even keep track in 5 years. It is very possible to make an incredible income. And I don't tell you that to brag, like Bethany said, or to impress you. I tell you because I was super skeptical. I built my business to a 6-figure income while working 2 jobs. So I did this alongside of what I was always already doing. And we owned a food truck at the time. If you've owned a food truck, you know how much work goes into that. So I want you to know this is not something you have to leave what you're doing and walk away from. If you love the service industry, I think you're going to find yourself in a really, really good place because all we do all day long is serve people. And I don't have to go to work. And I mean, he was working 80-hour weeks at times when our kids were little. I never saw him, right? Like he was gone all the time and he missed so much. Someone kind of touched on it a little bit about leaders having their backs against the wall. And I will tell you right now, those people who are in the industry do have your backs up against the wall. Sadly, we were in a very, very difficult place in our marriage. And I was looking for a way out of my marriage because it was so tough of the situation we were in. Talk about having my back up against the wall. I had to figure out how to walk away, support myself, support my kids. And I found that opportunity in Isagenix. And luckily it brought my husband and I back together in a really good way. So I want you to know that we all have struggles and we all can find like a way through it by just focusing on something really positive. And that's truly what we've been able to do within this industry. Coming from 2 skeptics, 2 people who did not believe in this industry, had 0 network marketing experience as well, to go from that to building this has been incredible. I've been able to bring my husband home. You know, he worked with me for 4 years, and I'm just going to let him share a little bit because I think that having a guy tell his story, and I see a lot of guys on here, might be a little bit helpful as well.
Hi, everyone. It's true, everything that she said and everything that the previous speakers have said. In the service industry, you have a heart to serve, or you have a desire to make people's day better. Most of us, and you're all extroverts. I'm an introvert. However, I'm not sure how that worked out, but you have that desire and you have a work ethic. To be in the service industry, you have to understand that it takes a lot of work. You can do this in the pockets of your life, like Nicole said, like Bethany said, like Stephanie said, that you can supplement what you're doing until it becomes big enough. And Nicole was right that, I mean, I was skeptical. I still am the money guy, how are we going to do this, like where's money going? And when she brought that box home and lost all that weight and then started to build this business, it becomes infectious. And the desire to want and help people becomes just a greater desire. So it's put the skepticism aside. And I know that, it's hard to do, but if you can try this for 30, 60, 90 days, and you will be blown away by the possibilities. Like she said, I came home. She brought me home. I stopped working. I was a stay-at-home dad. Best job ever. I got to take my kids to school. I got to pick them up. Best job ever, really. Again, if you can just open your mind to the possibility, and while you're building a business, accept what comes, and you will be blown away.
So just so you know, this is network marketing. There is work involved. This is not a overnight scheme. It's not that. You do have to have the desire to work, but I know people in the service industry have that work drive. This man would go to work no matter what was happening in his life. Like, we want to work, right? Those people who want to serve other people are really driven by hard work. So it will take work. But man, if you're at home right now and you're wondering how I'm going to pay my car payment, my mortgage, or even how am I going to put food on the table, we can show you how to get that done tomorrow. No joke, I can show you a way to get those things done immediately. Now, that's not saying I can bring in millions of dollars for you, but I can definitely get you going. Let's talk about unemployment. Definitely. There are, I think, and I forgot to look this morning because I have been people are really, really jumping in because they want this nutrition right now and the opportunity. But I think there's something like 22 million people in the United States that have filed for unemployment. There are so many people that are looking for exactly what we have and exactly what we're offering you right now. I guarantee you there are people in your life that are looking, searching, praying for this at this very moment. And we have the opportunity to help them. You have the opportunity to jump in right now and get the people that you know paid. Because that's the biggest thing right now. People are scared. There's so much fear and uncertainty right now about where am I going to get money to make my pay my bills, to make my house payment, to make my car payment. How am I going to put food on the table when maybe I don't qualify for the stimulus? We haven't gotten a stimulus check. What if you don't qualify for unemployment? There are so many people that are just in between that could really use this. So, and if that's you, please get with the person that has invited you here. We really do have something so incredible in this company. Like it's been said so many times, we get paid every Monday. We can get paid every single day depending on what we're doing. Having the ability to say, I can get you paid tomorrow. Think about, I would like to see in the chat, how many people would love to get paid tomorrow? Tomorrow, right? Like put in the chat, like, oh, nobody wants to get paid tomorrow. I know that I do. I love getting my daily paychecks, right? I love getting my paychecks at the beginning of each week, not the end. I get the paycheck at the beginning of every week. I don't wait a month. I don't wait 2 weeks. I get paid every single week. It makes it so I can put every need and take care of them. So I am so grateful for those of you who have stayed on the call, who have listened. I just want to express again my gratitude for this company, for everything it's done for me, for these beautiful people that are on this call, for those of you who have taken the time to really just kind of spend time listening to something that maybe isn't, hasn't been on your radar before, but maybe right now is your time. Maybe this is the time for you to say, I'm all in. Maybe you've already started with Isagenix and you weren't really sure what is this for me? Maybe not. What if you can say, I'm all in. I'm going to see what happens. I'm so grateful that I did that, y'all. I really am so grateful that I gave this the chance that it deserved, because it changed my entire life, both physically and financially, and it can help you as well. So thank you for being on the call tonight. Please join us next week. There's Stephanie was kind of giving the information about next week's call is about, not mindset, but Stephanie, you can kind of, I can't remember the word. I get so fired up if you can't tell. I just get going. I just love this so much. Let's put it in the chat. Manifestation. There you go. Next week's call is on manifestation. A very special guest speaker. Same time, same code. Please join us. Invite your friends and family. Invite people to this call, because people are really at home, alone, isolated, feeling that. And this is a community that you can pour them into, that will pour into them as well. So thank you for being here tonight. From both of us, from our hearts, we really appreciate you.